Hi friends and welcome to my channel. So today I have a request video. They asked me a lot to do this, so I'm gonna make it today. So this is the character look where the camera is looking at. For example, if the camera looking to the right, so the character look at right. So if the camera look to the left, the character look to the left, right? So also if the camera is looking up and down, the character also need to be looking up and down. So that's gonna be easy tutorial to follow. So I want to explain the best I can, because they ask me also why this barriers and things like that. So I want to do that too, because I believe they said they follow a lot of tutorials, it never working right. So maybe it's because you don't really understand why is each step. So I want to making that so that way you can learn from this, so you see how I do it in my own games. So let's do it. Okay, so the first they wanna do is go to third person character. So that we're third person, go to blueprint. I wanna change the name because I don't like this name at all. So I wanna put my own name on DP. I'm gonna put main character blueprint. That is not mandatory, but I think that is the best to have your own name in the main character, because if you don't love a lot of stuff from the marketplace, they're gonna have a lot of third person character in there. So it's better to have one separate for the other, so you know what is yours, what is from the real, or what is from the marketplace. So that way if you have your initial or your name or the game, you already know it's yours. Okay, so let's have this one. So I want to open it. I want to be here, so put it here. So the only gonna need is go to mesh and select this adding class. The is a child from this one, so I want to use the main one. So I want to put this together because you're supposed to have your own animation blueprint. So I don't have it, so I want to use the main one, the bring with Unreal. So let's open it, and we want to change a few things in here. So right now there is the way the EPIs like to do it. So the only thing I don't really like is to cast to the character a generic character. This is fine if you want to use interfaces, because you can call it from any actor. But I like to prefer to using this your own characters, because if you have your own character, you can get reference from all the character, all the variables you have in the character. So for me, it's more easy that way. So I want to do this. So I want to delete this one. I want to cast to the DB main character blueprint. So I want to connect these together. So we can connect these together, but these reference they still gonna be character type. So we want to change this to another one. I'm gonna call it DP main. So we have it here, main character blueprint, or your reference. So if you want to change it, I'm gonna say yes. So you're gonna change all these variable to the same we have it here. So now we have the same like this one. So if you select this one, you have DP main character blueprint. So it's perfect. So let's compile and save. So now we have the first part done. So the next we're gonna get the reference where is the camera looking at all the time. So to do this, we're gonna do it here in the update animation, but I want to be disorganized, so I'm gonna add a new one, or you can do it from outside here, but I prefer to have my own then node here. So okay, so I'm gonna get the reference, so right here, so it's the character mine, so let's put it here, get, and from here when I get control rotation. Control rotation is not the character rotation. This is the control they have the controller looking at. So it's like the camera looking. So if the control look to the right, the camera is looking to the right, but it's not the character. So we have now the rotation of the camera. So now we need rotation of the actor. So from here, get actor rotation right here. So now we have the rotation of the camera and rotation of the character. So now we need to know why the difference between these two. The best to do this is the delta. So they're gonna delta rotator. So you have the A to B. It doesn't matter if it's the other way around, it's the same. So they're gonna have a value here, and this value is what is in between this one and this one. So we're gonna need for separate this one, because we wanna separate each of with that. We can do a make here, or you can split this. I prefer to split it so it's more easy, more clean to have it. So now we have for separate each of one of these. So we have the X value is roll, the Y is pitch, C is yaw. So we need to now calculate this like we want it to look the character. Okay, so the next we're gonna do is modify these values because we don't need roll, so we're gonna need pitch and yaw. So in this one, we want to have how many bones we want to use, or like I said, how many transform we want to use. I want to use only two. It's gonna be the neck and the head. So for me, it's gonna be two. So it's gonna be divide. So you have to divide how many transform you're gonna need. In my case, it's gonna be two. So I'm gonna put here numbers two. The same gonna be the jaw. So I wanna do the same. Divide by two also. Well, it can be like this. Okay. So now in the jaw, if you go to the left, they're gonna be -1. If you go to the right, they're gonna be +1. So in the pitch is opposite. So if you go up, they're gonna be -1. If you go down, they're gonna be +1. So in this case, I don't want to convert later on. So the best thing to get better, I'm gonna be doing here -2. So that way we convert this opposite. So if you know minus plus minus is positive, minus for positive is negative. So that is the way to make this more easiest to later on. Don't modify later. So now we have these two values. So now we want to know how much we want to be the angle. We want to see the head. This case, how much I want to go to the left, how much I want to be to the right. So the best thing to do this is to clamp it. So let's clamp. But no, it's not any clamp. They're gonna be clamp angle because that's the angle we want to. How many degrees we want to go. So in this case, I want to go. I don't know, probably. I don't know. I'm gonna put some -50, so a number random, and also the maximum they're gonna be 50. Because if you don't put this, they're gonna turn around like the all the way around, so 360, and you don't want to the head the all the way turning around. So it's better to have a minimum and maximum, so that way the way. So now they're gonna be only 50 degrees to the left, 50 degrees to the right. I'm gonna do the same to the up and down. So let's just copy and paste and put this in here. So that way it's the same, 50 degrees down, 50 degrees up. So if it is no maybe don't look good, we can always come back here and modify this if you want to go more up or less. So they're gonna be all the value gonna be in here. You can promote this to the variable if you want to play with this value more easier, but for me they're gonna be fine this way. Okay, so the next we want to do is to create a rotation because we need a rotation from the character. So we want to do from here, we're gonna make rotation, make rotator, no rotation, rotator. We want to know for sure what this is. For example, this is pitch, they're supposed to be pitch, but when you modify the transform in the bones, they don't do it in that order. I don't really know 100% why, but I know this pitch is roll in the transform and jaw is the jaw, so that is fine. But the pitch is the roll, so it's a little weird in the transform, but I suppose that is the way it is. So roll is the pitch and jaw is the jaw, so that's fine. So yeah, so we have this value from all these together minus how much we can angle, things like that. And also we want to know if we can turn the head, so that to have a boolean for that. So we want to know, for example, in jaw you can go 360. There is not really 360. They're gonna be 0 to 180 or 0 to -180. So I want to know exactly if it's more like, for example, more than 150, if we can or not. So for that way we can get to the jaw. We can do absolute because the absolute, they don't even care if it's minus or plus. So there is an absolute number. So from here we want to know if it's greater than, for example, I don't know, 150. If it's true, we can look, or we can turn, or whatever you like. So I want to promote this to variable, can look, for example. Okay, so now let's organize this a little bit because it's a little messy right now. So let's put these to here. Let's clean this a little bit. Whoops. And we can promote these two also. When I say look, rotation. Sorry for the cough. Rotation and this together. So now we have these values. So let's compile and save. You don't need to if you don't want it, but for me to have more organized here. Okay, so yeah, so we have the look rotation already, but sometimes they're not really smooth. They go a little, like snapping. So I don't like that stuff. So it's better to have more smooth rotation to the left, to the right, up and down. So the best way to do it is to go to interpolate tool. So from here, gonna be R interpolate tool. So this is not the current. The target is what we're looking at, not the current. So let's change this to this because we want to look to this. We want to look what we are looking at. So it's gonna be this one. So the R interpolate 2 is the node they're using from one place to another. Do it smoothly. That more like what it does. So I want that one. The current is what we want to look. We want to we are already, so from here we want to change the name, promote this, put it here smooth rotation, for example, and we can set it in the end. So now we have a better rotation from this one. So now we have more clean. So the delta time is the tick node, so it's gonna be this one. So we can do just a line all the way here, or we can promote it maybe. Yeah, it's more clean. So let's promote this. Probably it's better. So from here, let's promote this. Leave it like that. Delta time because it's the delta time. So let's go like this. Compile. So now we have delta time. So yeah, it's for not have the line all the way to there. So delta time to the delta time. Let's put here. Okay, so the interval speed, how fast we want it. So that depends how you look, how the character behavior, thing like that. So I think a number between 8 16 is fine, but you need to play with this value. So for me, I'm gonna say something easy, 10, so it's easy to remember. Or you can put 12, probably is better, but I'm gonna put 10 for now. We can play with this value like these ones. So if it's not looking right, we can change this value and also how much faster they can turn. So yeah, so that's for me. I think it's better. So now, so now we have. So if we can look, we have the loop rotation and we have the smooth rotation. There's practically the loop rotation with better behavior to left, right, up and down. Okay, so now we have everything we need. So now we can go to adding graph. I have to repeat this part of the video because I don't know what happened with my ODS. They stopped working. I can close it. So I don't want to restart the computer right now. So I'm gonna use another program to record this. So probably have a different audio option. So sorry about that. So I'm sorry. I don't have too much time. So let's finish this. So now we have the animation graph. So we have all this stuff. We can do this in two different ways. We can do it to, if you press a button, the character can look. If you don't press the button, the character they can look. But or we can do it is all the time the character looking where the camera is looking. So I want to do it all the time. So if you wanted to only when you press a button, you're gonna need a boolean for that. It just activate when you press the button. That's it. It's really easy. But in my case, I want to use it all the time. So for that, I want to be all in the end because I want to be able in any moment. So let's disconnect this because we want to blend these two animations together. So we want to, in the end of this, we want to save it. So I'm gonna be save sketch pose. I want to change the name. I don't like that name. I want to call it final pose. I believe. I think it's fine. So let's put it here. So now we can get the final pose, and we want to blend it. Yeah, and we want to blend it again by the same, but with all the code we create already. So I don't want to be a float, we want to be a boolean. So let's change the float to boolean type and connect the can look to the enable. And this we can change the name, we can change whatever we want. The best we can do, they're supposed to be all these close, but if not, better. So they're gonna be in the blend setting. We can play with this value. Also the mode probably can be better in different. I'm gonna leave it linear for now. You need to play with this value, and also the blend time and the blend out is depend how much you want to be blending this to animation. That the same, that depend on the character. So normally it's something between 0.1 to 0.5, so that is depend. So in my case I want to do something between, so I want to put 0.25. I think it's fine, so I want to do the same, 0.25. I always, we can always go back and modify these values so to have better looking, also to not have the a pose. So let's put it to here, so compound and save. So now they're gonna be the last part of the video to create the code to connect it in the B part. Okay, so the next we're gonna need is to transform everything. So from here, let's put transform forms. They're gonna be what it is. Gonna be this one? Nope. Transform bond. Maybe transform modify bond. That's the name we're looking for. We're gonna need two of these, but first we want to clean this stuff. I wanna copy it. It's more easiest. So we want to change the translation. We don't need this, so they're gonna spawn a spin and put it out away. We need to rotation, so that's fine. The scale we don't need it, so let's go to spawn and spin. So now it's gone. And the last one they're gonna be alpha. We don't need the alpha pin, so the same. So you're gonna go here, spawn pin. So now it's clean roll. So now the difference in the rotation, we don't want to ignore it. We want to add it to the current already we have. So let's add it, the add to existing. So now we have everything. So compound save. So now we're gonna have another one, because remember they have to be two of these. So this go to be here. Well, I'm gonna need more space. We can always collapse this to the functions you want, or a layer or something like that. That is the new for Unreal Engine 5. But for me, it's fine to have it like this. So let's put this together and this to the last pin. So that's it. So let's move this in here, something like that. And here in the rotation, we're gonna need, when we create the smooth rotation, so let's connect these together. So now compile and save. There's a warning. Oh yeah, because we don't put what bone we want to modify. So in my case, it's gonna be the neck and the head. So the first one, they're gonna be the neck. So let's put neck. Neck one, I probably fine. I don't really play with this stuff. I don't really fight too much. So the other one, they're gonna be the head. So we have the head. So let's test it out. So compile save. Now as we go play, we can I do opposite. Oops. So that means in the event graph I do something wrong. The opposite probably is this, the pitch. That's fine. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, because it's not more than 150. We want to be less than this one. Oops. I always miss this stuff out. I don't know why, but always miss it. So let's connect this to here. So 150, for example, because we want to be the angle, you know, like the cone. So they're gonna be in the opposite. So we want to from 150 to something like here. We want to be able to watch from here this angle, in this angle, from the 150 minus 150 to 150. We want to be able to do nothing. We don't want to the head snap to the back on the head. So I do it the opposite. So sorry. So now they're supposed to work correctly. So let's go play. So now you can see they go to the left, they go to the right. I think it's move, go to up, and let's go down. So if I go all the way to the left, they're gonna stop in 50. You can play with this value. Probably 50 is too much, but I think it's fine for now. So if I go to the the lock of 150, I don't know if you notice right there, when you go 150, the snap to go back to forward. So if I go to the other one, 150, they turn around all the way around. So now you can see this really smooth, this movement. So if they go to the in the end, they're gonna be looking forward because you're not supposed to be looking backward. So I think this is fine. So yeah. So now in here, same. You can go to the front, go to all the way to the right. When you get 150, you're gonna turn around. You're gonna go back to look into the way. I think it's cool. The same happens when you go up. When you go up, so I do the opposite. When you go up and you're gonna down. So I think it's really cool. And you don't need to the aiming. You don't need to aim in blend space. Nothing like that. So yeah, so that gonna be it for the video. So if you want to support me, you can go to my coffee page and you can donate just for $1 if you want, or you can be a member. If you are a member, you're gonna have exclusive stuff. For example, download the project file from the tutorials, and also you're gonna watch this video before that published in the channel, and also you are supporting the YouTube channel and my game I'm currently creating right now. The name is Land of Silence. You can download the free demo from the Steam page. I'm gonna put the link below so you can download and play it. They're gonna be fun if you like it. So yeah. So if you want to talk with me directly, you can go to my Discord page. You can talk with me whatever you like about real, or if it's not real, that for me is fine. I always like to talk with you guys. So whatever you want, I'm over there all the time in the Discord. So like I always said, thank you for watching. Yeah, see you in the next video. So bye bye.